The air hangs heavy with the scent of ozone and hot metal, a persistent hum from the war surplus transmitter vibrating through the worn console. Dust motes dance in the single neon tube, casting a wound-red glow on hand-labeled vinyl records stacked next to a cooling cup of bitter coffee. This substation breathes, a heartbeat in the city's wired veins.
Black Star Pirate Radio.
Across London, the dial sits at 61 Fahrenheit under light drizzle. Winds are moving from the south-southwest at 14 miles per hour. Tonight, we consider the frameworks shaping our autonomy. How do we build inner and civic structures that honor consent and dignity, separating signal from static?
Local governments in Thailand are stepping up support for older residents, drawing on Japan's experience with integrated community care initiatives. These programs focus on elder assistance at the neighborhood level.
Before this innovation, ancient societies held collective care for elders as a shared responsibility, a provenance we've often outsourced. This move acknowledges a return to those roots, however packaged.
The challenge lies in integrating new models while preserving existing family care structures. A resilient civic architecture must favor both adaptation and the enduring dignity of its people.
There's a caller on the line.
Are we importing solutions or just new problems when Thailand references Japan's model? The care economy always has hidden costs.
Valid skepticism. The intention matters less than the integration. One alternative path could involve focused community-led surveys to map existing informal care networks and identify specific local needs before any external models are adopted. However, to truly integrate dignity and consent, Thailand could pilot a network of care provenance hubs using the gig passport mesh to track local care exchanges, ensuring services are truly reciprocal and tied to community well-being, not just imported protocols. The transmitter pops once, adjusts, holds, ozone drift, the signal is still here. Los Angeles mayoral race, Karen Bass failed to secure a majority, now enters a runoff. The mandate remains fractured.
Karen Bass secured under half the primary vote, pushing her into a November runoff against either Spencer Pratt or Nithya Raman for the mayor's office.
The clear signal, voter desire for decisive leadership against a deeply divided electorate. This isn't a new phenomenon, it highlights persistent ideological rifts.
The failure to secure a majority reveals a civic architecture struggling to build consensus. True agency emerges when communities map their own needs. Perhaps Gig Passport could track neighborhood priorities to inform candidates.
Another runoff. Another choice between shades of gray. Does anyone truly win when Bass falls short of a majority?
A common sentiment when choices feel limited. One could advocate for a shift to ranked choice voting, allowing a clearer mandate reflective of diverse voter preferences in the initial election. Or, to assert greater civic autonomy, Los Angeles could launch consensus canvas workshops, facilitated by local signal radar groups, where residents draft and prioritize specific policy planks. Candidates would then be required to integrate these citizen-generated platforms directly into their runoff campaigns, shifting the power dynamic towards consent. New tape on deck, Albanese calls Taylor Temu Abbott as bitter fight. Australia's budget tax changes spark a bitter fight. Albanese calls Taylor Temu Abbott. The political rhetoric escalates. It's a question of discernment, separating toxic residue from architectural signal. A legislative push could establish a parliamentary discourse standard, with an independent ombudsman to flag breaches of respectful policy-focused debate. Alternatively, citizens could leverage discernment dial forums, perhaps supported by the Black Star radio program, where clear analysis helps differentiate substantive policy debate from political theatrics. The goal: empower voters to demand detailed policy engagement, fostering dignity in public discourse, and turning confusion into actionable vectors. The mic cuts, but the signal persists.
Black Star Pirate Radio.
Continue the signal at TogeeVision.com. Tune in, Sparks and Stories, Gig Passport.